Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Be a Music Artist. As always, I'll be diving right into it with the current events and what's been going on in my life right now. So, my friends and I, we're actually organizing a jam session. We've organized one before, it was a lot of fun, but we're kind of building out our team. This week, we were chatting with somebody who is into marketing and like promotion. We were having a kind of like interview/meeting with this person, and she was commenting on the things she liked about the first version. And she was pointing out the consistent color palette and the branding. And I was thinking to myself, maybe I should have a color palette as well. So then I went and created a little color palette, and then created another color palette, then created another palette, and created another color palette. Moral of the story, I couldn't decide on the color palette, but I will pick one, and then I'll just go with that one, change it if I want to. But it definitely got me thinking more about my branding and how I want to portray myself to the world. Speaking of my branding, I've been having the greatest trouble getting into my Spotify account and claiming my Spotify for Artist account. I've sent numerous attempts to claim the profile, but no luck. And then I did something truly incredible. I actually read their terms and conditions and saw that I needed some sort of social media channel or website to link to so that they knew it was actually me claiming the profile. So I went ahead and made a website for myself. Well, actually, I already had a website. I started a little while ago. I just never went public with it. I already had the domain name of ndauto.com. And I had a little bare bones of a website. But when I actually wanted to publish it, I found out that just because you own a domain name does not necessarily mean you get to host a website on it. You have to pay extra for that. Hidden fees aside, my website is now live. And again, I went for it. I sent in the request to claim my Spotify account. And finally, I got in. Then I thought it would be nice to polish it up a little bit. I updated my info, put some nice pictures in there, and it's all set to go right now. Looks way more professional. On top of that, I had my new song that I distributed. At least I thought, because it got declined. Oh, hell no! You see, I thought the song must have had some explicit language in there just by the nature of the song, but turns out there's no swear words in there. And I had incorrectly flagged it for having explicit lyrics. And the distributor did not like that. They sent it right back to me, and I had to write them an email. And now I gotta wait like 3 days before they respond to me because I'm not on their premium plan. So a little bit of delay there, but it has been submitted and will be on Spotify on the 25th of July. I already have the file, so I started pitching the song to a couple of playlist curators, and I sent DMs via Instagram, I sent emails, I even used the website submithub.com. Of course, you gotta pay for credits there as well. And I just started basically praising my own song to random people, and hopefully one of them really resonates with it or thinks it fits the nature of their playlist and puts it in there so that my songs get a little bit more exposure and I can reach the audience that gets value from my music. And finally, I've been composing this week. I've been able to get over that writer's block and get a song started. And at first, I had this kind of depressing, mopey kind of song. I just knew the melodies. I just knew the general structure. I knew some parts of it. I knew what I wanted the chorus to sound like. I just didn't know the vibe of the song. So even though the thing I'm worst at, I would say, when it comes to producing is making the drums and the percussion, I started laying down a beat. And eventually I stumbled upon something that kind of worked. And then I thought, okay, I want this to be kind of like poppy and a little jumpy, kind of like the 1975 Chocolate, for instance. So I grabbed my guitar and I started composing these little guitar bits, very small parts that by themselves just sounded like trash. But once I put them all together, they sounded actually pretty cool. With the writer's block now finally ended, I started furiously composing, producing like crazy, and just pumping out melodies, verses, choruses, guitar parts, all that good stuff. And at first it was one hot mess of guitar parts, but then I tidied them up, made sure they were all tight, and now it actually sounds like a coherent, funky little song. And when it comes to the coming week, I'll be working on that song because I think this might be my next single. I'll be mixing it, I'll be adding some parts. Like right now, it doesn't even have a bass, it sounds really hollow, and hopefully it will be done at the end of the week. On top of that, I'll be doing more pitching for Can't Feel It and hope that the distributor actually distributes the music so that it drops on the 25th. I'll also still be promoting Can't Feel It because its launch is coming up and hopefully it will reach the right people. Finally, one of my music friends has her birthday party coming up this weekend and I'm really excited. Perhaps I'll meet some more cool musicians, just have a good time, and I think we'll be making some music as well. So to close off the song of the week, this week, Light Work by Elmina. I think that's how the name is pronounced. It's an amazing R&B soul song and I just love how the parts, falsetto parts so to say, kind of feel like they're floating around the rest of the song, and it's just really catchy. I think you should definitely check it out and be sure to let me know what you think of the song yourself. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, then leave a like, leave a comment. I really appreciate it when you do, and I'll see you in the next one.